And we're live.
Potatoes and molasses. If you want some, oh, just ask us. What are we talking about today?
We're going to be talking about Over the Garden Wall.
What is that?
It's a it was a mini series on Cartoon Network. You know this, Shawn.
Quick question. What's a
Okay.
cartoon?
Well, you see, when Walt Disney and another Walt Disney love each other very much, they they bone down and they make a cartoon.
Bone down is not a phrase.
Yes, it is. You
Where? Is that a Virginia thing?
yeah.
Is that what you do when, like, you go out to party? You just bone down? So you
well,
say to girls?
well, not me, but
Right.
people I imagine do.
More than likely.
So this is our first themed episode.
Yeah.
We're
See how
talking
long it
about
takes before we wreck it.
yeah. Let's see how long it takes before we just start drawing Doug again. Nervous laughter. But yeah, obviously we're gonna be talking about the series, and spoiler warning: we're gonna spoil shit.
Yeah, because I don't want to have to worry about not talking about aspects of the show. So if you haven't seen it, stop what you're doing. It's on Hulu right now.
It is.
Hulu for free, so you don't have to pay diddly do.
Well, I don't know
You
because
pay
I
for
have
Hulu.
yeah, I have Hulu Plus, so I don't. It may. It's probably you have to have the service to watch it.
Yeah, well, we should confirm that. You know, I'm
But
gonna
I
do that
mean,
right
there
now.
are.
You draw something. I'm gonna look that up.
Okay, well, luckily for me, I already had something sketched out. I was planning on inking this. In the last stream, you were saying next time you like actually draw like a piece like from start to finish, and because like most of the time I've been doodling,
Right.
but I did all this off camera, so I'm just gonna ink it.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was mostly using reference image, but I just decided to make the face different.
Damn it! I don't want to sign up for a Hulu account. I just over the garden wall Hulu. Siri, over the garden wall Hulu. I don't have an iPhone. What I've always wanted to do, somebody who has an iPhone,
What?
just grab it, and it's like, hey, can I use your Siri? It's like, yeah, okay. Okay, Siri, child pornography. Aha, good luck, fucker.
You're
No.
Woo! This is the police.
Okay, I can't. You can get like a week free trial of a Hulu, so do that. Watch Over the Garden Wall. I can't tell if you can watch it without a membership.
Okay.
But yeah, okay.
Anyway,
So yeah,
you can get a trial.
we're talking about Over the Garden Wall, aspects
there's-
to the show we liked.
And there's just no way we can talk about this show without like getting into spoiler territory, because
Yeah. And James has actually watched it now, so we don't have to worry about him.
yeah. I was so
Oh,
proud that he
my.
finally watched it.
So I told you earlier, I haven't drawn a whole lot this week. I've still drawn, but literally some of those have been at the very end of the day. I draw like a stick figure, and it's like it still counts.
Didn't break the chain.
But, yeah, so oops, I'm a little rusty. Griswold.
Yeah, that's why like it seems every time we stream we do it like after I've gone on like a few days without drawing. And so like that's why I just end up doodling. So I was like, I'm gonna actually practice before we do this so I can like maybe draw something halfway decent.
Yeah. So Over the Garden Wall. I saw it for the first time. God, when was that? Was that last year?
It came out in October, like maybe right
I-
before Halloween, I think.
I waited a while to see it
Oh, okay.
because
So,
I was holding out for a DVD that still hasn't happened.
yeah. Not gonna happen until next October.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but still, I can't wait for a collection to come out.
Oh my. So yeah, I watched it. So what I did was when I first watched it, I think I watched the first episode, which is the first two parts, one night. The
Oh, yeah.
next night, that was a Friday. On a Saturday, I watched the next two episodes, and then on No, it must have been like a Thursday because on like a Saturday night after work, I just went home and proceeded to watch the whole series again. Everything I'd seen and watched it twice, plus the ending, which I hadn't seen yet.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
You, like started from scratch.
and then when I did those watercolors, I probably rewatched the series like 4 times
Wow.
because it's like what 2.5 hours to watch all of it.
Yeah, that's about like I just rewatched it all the other night, and I got it done with about 2.5 hours probably.
Yeah. So
Fair.
2.5 hours to watch it, and then that's what it would take about. It's about the time it would take to do a watercolor.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I'll try and do more of. I think I like drawing Wirt looking worried.
Yeah, well, it's just kind of how he was.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know. How do you want to start out gushing about the show?
Oh God, like that's the thing. I don't. Where to begin? It's like I just think it was such an amazing thing, and just like it was a mini series. It wasn't a thing that was meant to like go on for season after season. It was 10 episodes. It told its story, and it was done, and it was just so amazing.
I think one of the things I liked most about it was just how it started. Like I love stories that start. Well, the series starts with Greg and Wirt walking through the woods. Greg's going on and on about bad names for his frog, and then Wirt just goes, "Wait a second, where are we?" So it's almost like waking up in the middle of a dream and realizing you're in a dream.
Yeah, it was such a like. It didn't put all of its cards on the table at once. It was immediately just like, it was just a mystery. It was like, I don't know, watch and figure it out, asshole. It's a little nicer.
God damn it! Just wait, you son of a bitch. I don't know what I'm doing with his hands here.
He looks like.
Like his shoulders go up. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna try and draw his body and then do his cape last.
I made it a point in this drawing. Well, I told you I used reference for it, but I made it a point to make a drawing of Wirt with his cape open, because just like in this opening drawing I did, like I always draw like this cloak down so I don't have to draw a body. So I was like, I'm going to challenge myself.
Right. It came out pretty well.
Yeah, hey.
Good job.
Good job. Yeah, great job there, Homester.
So, I don't know. What would you say is like your favorite episode of The Batch?
God, that was while I was watching it the other night. I kept thinking, shit. I keep pressing the wrong button. I have to zoom back out again. I kept thinking like, oh man, this is like the best episode of the series. Then I watched the next one. I was like, oh no, this is like my favorite. And like, okay, one of my favorites at least is the shit. What is it called? It's like, I don't know the name of the one where they're on the boat with all the frogs.
Right. I don't remember all the names, but I remember all the episodes.
I just thought it was like a fun, cute episode. Like it was kind of like how most of them were, you know, for like the first half of the series. It's like some episodes were very like the narrative episodes, and then others were kind of like, I don't want to say filler, but a little bit less story driven and more just showing off the world. And that was one of them.
Yeah, because it doesn't get into the story until the very end of it.
Yeah. And it's like there is that thing going on with Beatrice the whole time, but other than that, it's just like running away from frog constables.
Yeah, that was cute.
The whole thing is just so adorable. And it's like, even though it's like they're running away from the cops, it's like it's still like innocent enough and like, I don't know, it's so adorable. But then, it's so weird for me to say this, but like one of my favorite episodes is the ringing of the bell.
Yeah, that one was creepy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I liked it because it was so creepy, which is like not at all like what jives with what I like.
Well, it's not creepy until like the very end of it.
But yeah, but just the fact that it was, it's like I almost wish there were more scary things like that, because that was something totally different.
Well, that was one of the first times where like they encountered an actual real threat. Where before, like, my favorite episode is the Pottsfield episode.
Yeah.
And, like, the whole town feels threatening. You have these creepy pumpkin people that turn out to be skeletons, and at the very end of the episode, it's like, oh no, we're digging our own graves. Although I don't think he actually finishes that word. I don't know if that was a censorship thing or just a artistic choice.
I don't know.
But yeah, it wasn't until that episode that they actually no, it was the frog episode where they found their first threat. The Adeline, the kind witch of the woods or what have you.
Wait, that was the frog episode?
Yeah, that was the very end, because that's when the story actually got into it. That Beatrice was actually trying to lure them.
Oh yeah, you're right. God, that was so...
It wasn't until the Quincy Endicott episode that she started to feel actual sympathy for him. And
yeah, that was
starting to regret it.
It's always fun watching a series after you know what actually happens in the story, because you could like see... Because like you know exactly what's going on in the character's brain now. So like that part where, like up until then, Beatrice had always been like kind of mean to Wart, Wario, Burt Ward,
right?
But at the very end of that episode, after talking with Wirt and they had like that little heart to heart, she was like, "You have a lot more going on for you than I gave you credit for," or whatever the fuck she says.
She says it very listfully too.
Yeah. Like that was like where it started to make sense. Is like she's feeling bad that she's like luring these kids to like for her own selfish thing. Well, to be fair, is it really that selfish when she was trying to save her family? I mean, well, I guess it's kind of the same thing going on with the woodsman too, because like what he was doing was selfish, but at the same time he was doing it to save his daughter.
Well, what was he doing that was selfish? He didn't ever do anything.
Well, because all the trees and shit that he was chopping down were like lost souls and stuff.
He didn't know that though.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't. If he had known that, he wouldn't have actually done it.
Yeah.
He says as much.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I don't know.
Like even the Woodsman was another good part of it, because even with Wirt and Greg to an extent actually attacking him, like you figure at some point any rational person would be like, you know what, fuck these kids. I'm tired of dealing this. No, he still was like had their best interest at heart.
Yeah. Also, it wasn't until after the series was done and we talked about it on Skype one time that I realized it was Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, I don't know how you didn't realize it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like such an idiot when I go back and watch it. It's like, God, how did I not figure that out?
Christopher Lloyd has a very distinctive voice.
I know, like my only excuse was that, like, in all the promo
game
stuff...
was not stepped up.
In, like, all the promo stuff, they only really focused on, oh, it's Elijah Wood. But... even if they didn't tell us it was Christopher Lloyd, I really should have figured it out.
Yeah, I think that was more of like Christopher Lloyd kind of took it as a paycheck type deal. Not that he didn't do well, I think he did. But I don't know if that was something he was passionate enough about to do interviews for.
Yeah. I also have to say, while rewatching it, there are a lot of moments where the woodsman is talking, and it's like, and it's like, wait, what did he say? It's like, what the fuck? He just like mumbled.
I don't know. I didn't really have too many problems like hearing him.
Yeah, not too often, but every now and then it's just like, what? What'd you say?
This is where it's going to be difficult, because I haven't inked anything in a few days, so let alone digitally inking. So I might just wing this.
I always like how just sketchy and like messy your line work is.
Yeah, it's because like I don't know what the hell I want, so I have to like make a mess and then figure out something in it. I think I'm going to do that crappy messy inking I did on our unofficial episodes.
Oh yeah,
bring it back really home.
Well, shit. Because like when I draw, I get really smooth lines, but I think it's almost a little bit lifeless.
I don't know. I've never. Well, the past few times I've been drawing, I don't try and get like perfectly flawless lines because one, I'm never going to obtain them, so it won't look very good. And two, it's really just reiterating one. It's not going to happen, so I'm not going to try. Not to say anybody else shouldn't. I know my own limitations.
Another thing, it's like I never realized that Wirt had 2 different colored shoes.
Yeah, it's hard to notice. I didn't notice it until I started doing like watercolors, and then I started looking at like wikis and such. There's
Yeah.
not too many there's not too many times for you to pick up on that.
Yeah. Like in the very first episode, I was immediately looking at his shoes, being like, "God, son of a bitch! They were
They're
different
so
colors all the
nice.
way." Let's see. Yeah, there's a word.
Yeah, look at that word.
Hey guys, nothing to see here.
Yeah, very wordy, worried, words.
It's very wordy.
Let me back home. Let me back home, Mom. I'm hungry.
Here, eat some dirt.
Yeah.
That was one of the funniest. Like that episode was so emotional, and then there's that bird feeding Wirt a bunch of dirt with a spoon. It's like, here, eat some dirt.
Eat your dirt.
Like every now and then, I think like censors or maybe the creators themselves are just feeling like, this seems too emotional. Kid's gonna cry. We gotta do something a little funny to make him laugh.
Kind of like with the last thing Wirt really says to the Beast.
What was the last thing you said?
Well, when he has the lantern and then he realizes it's actually the Beast soul inside of it. We told you it was spoiler warnings.
Yeah.
And he goes to blow it out when the Beast's like, "Are you ready to see true darkness?" Instead of just saying like all masculine, "Are you?" It's "Are."
Yeah, that was
Are
great.
you? That's a nice little touch. That when I first watched it, I wasn't sure that was the right decision, but yeah, it fits.
Yeah, that's good. Are you? Are you? That is funny.
I don't know what I'm doing in this inking, but just got fun. Have fun with it.
That's all you can do with art.
Yeah.
You can't fuck it, so you might as well have fun with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, weirdo. All right, I think I'm gonna need to pull up more reference. I'm gonna color this bitch.
Oh my. I'm trying to think what else I liked about the show. I don't know. It's good. Oh, you know what? One of the things that I've been wanting for a long time was just a animation that was fairly creepy, but not like it gave a creepy tone without trying to be scary.
Yeah.
Necessarily. Not all the time. And it's hard to find with animation.
Yeah. I think, like, going back to the Pottsfield episode, is like that sort of set up the overall tone of the show, is that nothing in The Unknown is particularly dangerous aside from the Beast, but everything is just kind of unsettling.
Oh, I was totally creeped out during that. Like, the voice work especially is what sold me on it. That episode.
Yeah.
With Enoch.
Oh, yeah. His voice is fucking rad.
I thought you said his voice is fucking Brad.
Well, that too.
My Brad? No! Crap.
Let's just cut to the chase. Our favorite part is Jason Funderburker.
Oh, Jason Thunderburker. He's the total package.
That guy's got his act together. That is just... Hey, Wirt. I never noticed until you pointed out that he put like a solid emphasis on the T at the end of his name. Bye, Wirt.
I think just that one time. But yeah, just that one time he does it, because he says it before, where he's like, "Hey, Wirt."
Hey, Wirt.
I know you're mostly enamored with the fact that when he goes to turn to leave the room, it like physically strains him.
Yeah, it's like, okay, let's go. It's like he does a complete 180, and that was just like too much for him.
Yeah, it's like his frail body was just straining already.
I love Jason Funderburker. He's, hey, Sarah, are you afraid of ghosts? Because there's one right behind you.
It's okay, Funderburker.
It's okay, Funderburker.
I read somewhere that like the town, when you actually see it at the very end, is the same town from Clarence.
Really? I've only seen the pilot episode, but I never watched the actual show.
I've never seen Clarence either. I was just like looking up stuff on wikis or trivia and whatnot. And yeah, I guess I don't know if like it takes place in that world or if it was just like an Easter egg, or I don't know. Their budget ran low, and they just decided to use what they had.
Probably just an Easter egg.
And if they tried to make a sequel to that, that'd be very harrowing.
Yeah, I hope they don't make a sequel because, like I said, they just told their story and they were done. I think it's like it doesn't need a sequel.
I think it would be ruined. It wouldn't necessarily be ruined, but I think it would take a lot of the fun out of it if they tried to further define what the unknown is.
Yeah, like the more they talk about it, just be like, yeah.
It's never explicitly stated. Like, oh, is it an alternate universe? Is it limbo between heaven and hell? Is it all in their minds?
It's absolutely purgatory.
Well, I mean, it's open to interpretation, and it's what it is. It's the unknown.
Yeah.
There's no point in trying to get... I mean, you can have fun getting into it, but don't look at it as if there's going to be an actual answer.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they were to go more in depth with it, it'd ruin the magic.
Right.
But back at the graveyard scene where Thunderburger tries to put his hand on Sarah's, she's like, "You can let go of my hand now, Thunderburger." Oh. And then that girl next to him goes, "You hold my hand, Thunderburger. I don't care."
Yeah, I love her voice.
I found something about that.
Oh.
So let me put this on. Oh shit! I just realized you can't see this.
You can describe it to me.
There was a post. There was a post on Tumblr that
why don't you send it to me? I'm talking.
I'm on the screen.
Kiss. All right, fine. I was going to prevent people from seeing that.
There we go. So I've got this.
Yeah, she's still holding his hand.
Oh, you already knew about that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then when Greg swings Jason Thunderburger the frog around, you can actually see the glow of the bell still.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so
there's all these
that's what I like about it.
That's like, oh, maybe it was real.
Well, it can't be in their heads because they actually when you leave Wirt and Greg, you go back into the unknown, and that's where you get the resolution with the woodsman.
Right.
That it was like actually him lost the whole time, not his daughter.
Yeah.
Because she was just in the house killing.
Such a good series.
It was. It's very good. I hope Cartoon Network does another thing like that.
Yeah, that would be really fucking cool. I think they need to. Because, like, we're just so oversaturated with media that it's like season after season after season, movie after movie, and it's like, I just want something that's just a nice little story.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the reason I really came around with anime is that there's so much anime that's just like 1 or 2 seasons. And it's like, that's just something I was never used to, because I was used to Western cartoons where it just kept fucking going on forever.
Right. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to, like, rough in their shapes first, like, and then I will add the details later. Let's see how that works for me.
You're a maverick.
You're a loose cannon.
You can't do that. Let's see. Go to
how that works.
Blue.
Colin's going to look at this and be like, "That's not right. People don't walk like that."
Let's see. Let's
do one arm like that.
There. Sucks.
Hold on. I gotta look up reference images. Talk for a moment.
I guess that's. Huh. I don't know. Can't quite tell if that's.
Damn it, phone, load what I type. Well, I'm the boss.
Your thing almost looks like Finn and Jake from Adventure Time, just because Greg there kind of is jelly bean shaped.
Yeah, it could be. All right, so that on. Shit. I remember telling you that, like, when they did the reveal of what was actually going on, or at least Greg and Wirt's history, that they actually are in, not necessarily the modern times, but, like, at least in the mid-90s.
me, it looks like it's like open to interpretation. It does looks like I'd have to say it must be mid '90s, but it could be like '80s,
I
maybe.
doubt 80s because Sarah says she doesn't have a cassette player. So I figure it's like we're just into outdated technology. Because there are
Oh,
things that
that's
happen in the show that, or in that episode, that kind of refer back to things you'd already seen. Like he has a Black Turtles poster in his room.
oh, I didn't know
You hear a couple people before the party talk about Two Old Cat,
that. It's cool.
which I guess is a baseball game.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know how it's played, but yeah, it's baseball.
You saw how it's played. Greg showed you.
Right. They didn't know. The other cat was too old, so we weren't able to see. That doesn't work.
That's funny.
I can't have his hand behind there with the cape on. That doesn't work. You know, I'm going to pull the U. I'm just going to have his cape go down because I don't feel like it right now.
I'm gonna pull you.
Yeah. Rather than doing, like, a special flair to it.
Rather than putting in effort.
Yeah, why should I? I'm not getting paid for this unless someone wants to pay me
Hint, hint.
so I can upgrade my manga studio.
That is really cool that Manga Studio is like always like having those deals. $15 though is the cheapest I've ever seen it. That is an amazing deal.
Yeah, to me that's a good enough deal to go with the standard version because I can always upgrade to the EX if I feel it's necessary. I don't think it is though because I just don't do a whole lot of comics anymore, even though I want to. Got to figure out a comic idea.
Yeah.
All right. So what I didn't tell you while I was doing this is I have a plan that's just going to piss you off.
A plan? Okay. Explain.
Mm-hmm.
You've gone quiet. Oh, I just looked at your screen. No! No! No. The fuck is going on with Greg? Say something, damn it, so I can see your screen again.
Okay, yeah. Okay, here, I'll do... Oh, whoops. All right, I'll show you what's going on with Greg. I'll show you... Oops, no, actually. Fuck. God damn it, change layer type. I'll show you what's going on with Greg right now.
No! No! Fuck you! Have I mentioned you're the worst?
I should, like, actually finish this, put it on Tumblr, just rake in all the hatred.
You should.
You motherfucker.
You are a terrible person. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I've been planning this all day.
All day? Was that a good reaction? Does this please you?
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I figure this is the best way to improve it.
We just got another viewer since you did that.
That's working. Oh.
God, you are a piece of shit. You're just,
Well, I don't know. Like, if anything's going to top that goddamn Holy Trinity I did.
Doug Funny, you're terrible.
Of course, I always have to make it go a little too detailed with my Doug.
There's almost a slight charm to that very simplified, just one curved line for nose and one dot. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And then you have to go and do that.
Oh, I'm not even sorry.
I know you're not.
Okay, I'll do something serious now. Shoot. I don't know. You tell me what to do. Okay,
I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your mom. Your mom can't tell you what to do either. You're a grown man. You can do. You pay taxes. You can.
Okay, so I'm going to look at, while you do that, I'm going to look at Twitter. James, our good pal, says, Shawn, don't believe his lies. You cheater. I'm a good boy.
What?
Let's see, my one friend John from Hong Kong is telling me that Flip Studio Pro is doing a 70% off, so it's only $15. I know, that's why I'm trying to get somebody to give me 20. Oh wait, somebody actually responded. Draw Nightmare Freddy. Oh, but I have no money. Well, yeah. Sorry, bro. Maybe next one. Pat's at it again. Attack on Titan theme plays. You won't let me. And kill it. Wonder what he's referring to there.
Oh, who knows?
Okay.
I never check Twitter. I always go back to the YouTube page to see if anyone's commenting. I know the reason James isn't commenting on the video is because he doesn't want us to find his actually YouTube account.
Oh, interesting. I'm going to try something here. I don't know if this is going to work.
Oh, cool. I was like, what is he doing?
I'm going to try and do a thing with the Beast where I'm just going to block this in and then maybe go over it with, like, or, like, erase it so it becomes a thing. I don't know if it's going to work or not. We'll see. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I want a pattern brush. What do I got for pattern? I never use them. Airbrush, no. Tone use hatched? What does that look like?
Oh, that looks rad.
I think it could have potential. We'll see.
It's starting to look like Enigma of Amigara Fault.
I don't know what you're talking about. What is that?
That's that manga I told you about. The one where, like,
oh, yeah.
They go into, like, this is my hole!
Yeah,
it's made for me!
the thing I never saw before. Like, I didn't get the KC Green comics. I hadn't seen that thing.
That's such a dumb manga. Like, very, very creepy pasta. Like, there's a ghost right behind you. Just not scary at all.
Should probably have, like, at least a better idea what I'm doing here, or a reference image of the beat. Oh, wait, you know what I do on my phone? Duh. I saved, like, somebody else's fan art because it was really good. Download. There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, I don't quite know what else to do with this Gurg, so I guess it's done.
I mean, Word? A Word?
Oh, Word. Shit. Why do I keep messing up their names?
It's a terrible person. Nobody likes you. I like you. You're a good guy. You're okay.
Thank you. Is this a trick?
Thank you for all those qualifiers you had to add. You're a good guy. You're okay. Well, yeah.
You haven't killed anyone, I guess.
Yeah,
maybe.
There's that.
As far as I know, I don't know.
I don't think you're capable of it.
Yeah, I don't think I am either.
It's like, thanks.
Yeah, all I have Photobroker, I don't care.
Maybe I should do like one antler at a time.
That is a really cool way of drawing them in, though.
Yeah, we'll see if it works. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, even if it doesn't work here, I think you should give that another shot some other time, because that's definitely a cool way to do it.
I think you should stop trying to tell me what to do. I'm a strong, independent woman. You can't tell me what to do.
Stop being so supportive. Fuck you.
Mom, Patrick's trying to be nice.
I think it's a trick. Alright. That works.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It worked.
So what else is there to say about Over the Garden Wall? I mean, other than it's damn good.
Watch it. I mean, if you haven't watched it, first of all, why'd you watch this? Because we probably spoiled everything, but...
Yeah, everything.
Everything.
All the secrets.
It's just like... It's so good. That's about all I got to say. Check out what I'm about to do with this Thunderburger.
Oh, pretty sneaky, sis.
Wait, what is that from?
That's from Connect Four,
Pretty
which I've
sneaky.
never played. I've never played Connect Four.
What? Uh, huh.
What?
That's just. Huh.
Oh, you know what I'm actually trying to do here? I'm basically trying to make it look like a scratch board.
Oh yeah. When I was in a art school, in one of our drawing classes, we were supposed to buy scratchboard because that was going to be one of our things. But we got so behind in the curriculum that the teacher was just like, we're not doing the scratchboards." It's like, cool. Thanks for telling us to waste all of our money. It's not like we're college kids, college art students who are scrapped for money or anything.
Oh, so you actually did buy the scratch board?
Yeah, because we bought it all at the beginning of the semester. So, yeah.
I'd like to try it, but damn it, to
Hell,
do it
I
and
still,
not fucking up,
I still have mine.
well, it doesn't help me.
Well, I'll mail them to you.
Oh boy,
Oh boy, the U.S. Postal Service.
they'll scratch it all up, and then when it arrives, you're just like, it's so beautiful.
This is truly abstract shit.
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, we could talk about the music in Over the Garden Wall.
Oh yeah, I really love that it was like this very old timey. Like, what do you even like? What would you call that?
Kind of 20s influenced.
I guess so. Just very Americana. Well, I mean everything about like the art style, the music was very. Yeah, we all know your favorite song.
Oh, potatoes and molasses all the way, forever and
Yeah.
ever. Love it.
Probably my favorite is the one that's actually titled "Over the Garden Wall." That's the one that Jason Thunderberger, the frog, sings while they're on the
Uh,
boat.
at the time, I believe he was known as President Washington.
Was he President Washington or Ben Franklin?
Ben Franklin after he got the contract, I think.
Oh yeah, I love the fact that the frog's name was always changing.
Yeah.
I
Give
said on
that
Twitter the
frog
other
a
day.
proper name.
I said on Twitter the other day that me and you change our Twitter names about as often as Greg named that frog.
It's not untrue.
Yeah.
Well, this is actually, yeah. Once I start adding other details to this, see if I can continue it.
I'm
I
just
don't
like
know. It
amazed.
felt. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I just think it's amazing how that one little joke about the you gonna hold my hand, Futterburger, like actually like it gave even Jason Futterburger a happy ending because
Yeah.
it kind of made like because Sarah was definitely into Wirt, like that was obvious, and not into Thunderburger.
Right.
So it's like they're obviously going to get together, even though like nothing ever officially happened. But that still left like, oh, now Jason Thunderburger it's not going to get the girl he wants. But then it's like, well, even he found someone. It's like everybody has a happy ending. It's so fucking
Jason
cute.
Thunderburger found love.
If he can find love, so can I.
Well,
Well, he's the total package.
yeah. He's got a lot going on for him.
There's a guy who's got his act together. We already quoted that. What were you gonna say?
Oh, just how like the music felt very referential to the time period, like older style animation. That's the type of music that would be used in it.
Oh
But at the
yeah,
same time, it felt like it was on its own too. Like it wasn't just an homage. It was
yeah.
more than that.
I think especially when they went to what was it in I guess episode 8 where Greg had that dream and he went to like the cloud land or whatever. Like
Oh yeah,
everything
that
about
was
that episode seemed like a very obvious like homage to
that
the
was
cartoons.
totally a nod to older style animation.
Yeah. It's like God, the show is just so fucking good. Later, Wirt.
I think it's one of those things like along with Fury Road. It's like, you can not like it. That's fine. I just won't respect you as a human being. You can not like Fury Road, but I will think you're just an idiot. And I'll never take anything you say seriously.
Well, yeah, if anyone didn't like Fury Road, they are an idiot. But same for, I see what you're saying. I was like, if I met someone who said they didn't like Over the Garden Wall, I don't know if I could, like, respect them at all, like, even be nice about it. I'd just be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I've totally known people who, like, they didn't like a movie because it was a little too high concept or editing was different than what they were expecting. But just their inability to want to experience something different from the norm, I don't know. It doesn't seem very inspiring to me. These are also the same people that, like, love the Transformers movies.
Oh, well, take their opinion with a grain of salt then.
Yeah. I had a coworker. I haven't seen the new Ninja Turtles movie, but I had a coworker who overheard me kind of like, yeah, I heard everything about it. It's awful and blah, blah, blah. She's just like, it's actually really good, Shawn. I'm like, sure it is.
Yeah, okay. Like, from what I've seen, like, reviews
I like
online,
this better with the eyes. Look at this. Look what I'm doing.
Oh, let me...
Yeah.
Gotta go back.
I like that better than what I was doing before.
Oh, whoa, that is freaky.
That's where it's coming together. Do a little whiter on the inside.
Oh, that is so cool.
I kind of wonder if you try adding like another layer on top. So that way I don't have to like go through and like, oh, I'd have to make it white then. Hi, Patrick.
Well, I don't know what I pressed.
That beard's coming in.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of screen time in this episode.
I will not be.
Ah, that's weird.
Oh, yeah, I like this.
Whoa, he's got like, it's like, he looks like a thing of licorice now.
I was gonna go with the pumpkin, but sure.
Oh wow, you remember your old pumpkin doodles? You should like do this effect, but with orange, and to like make a scary ass looking pumpkin.
Oh, I'll eventually do pumpkins again. I love my pumpkins.
Yeah, these are not at all like your cute pumpkins though. Oh, you could do like a really creepy Enoch.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think, like, what could I do to use, like, just negative space?
Yeah.
It's like when I do it, I'm like, oh, wow, look at, oh, wow, wow.
Wow.
That's the same thing I said when a girl kissed me for the first time.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. How about that?
How about that? Well, what do you know?
I'm just a very old-timey person.
Everything's coming up, Shawn. That's also how you sounded.
Oh. Yeah. I might erase some of this, but I think it's like almost a little too detailed. Then, I don't know. Let me...
It'd just be funny if you put all this detail into the face and then just half-ass the body.
Right. Well, what I'm thinking of doing is, hold on, let me blue that up. Do something like add them.
In his stomach?
Well, no, like a graphic design-y type thing.
Oh.
I don't know. I'll think about that. Oops. I read the wrong thing.
Ah, shit. I gotta start over from scratch now.
Yes. Then we have like a joke where it's like, what if Jason Funderburker went into the unknown?
Oh, God.
Hello, Jason. Like the Beast is somehow still alive, and now he's after Funderburker.
Hey, can you show me my way back home?
Sure. You just have to find or fill this teacup with the sun. Okay.
I have to pee. Where's your bathroom? My body has no need to pee.
That's what he would say. You don't need pee here.
No. You are not allowed to take pee breaks. You let that boy go! Woodsman.
Even the woodsman would give up on Thunderburger.
Fuck him.
Whatever.
Wait. He always sounds like he's constipated. Well, at least when I do the impression.
Right. Of course, you are constipated.
Well, at all times.
At all time, all I eat is Velveeta cheese.
Well, not wrong.
I don't know if this works, what I'm doing here.
Nice.
Like, put the lantern inside of it, but I don't know if that, like, visually looks cool.
It does look cool. But how are you drawing? Are you using reference, or do you just know how to draw that lantern?
Oh, no, I have a picture on my cell phone.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, fuck you.
No, there's no fucking way I know how to do that. Oh, shit. I'm trying to think of what else there is to say about Over the Garden Wall.
Over the garden wall.
Yeah, I don't like that one, but I'm getting rid of it. Paste.
It's like, while we have the opportunity to talk about spoilers, like, what else is there we can talk about?
The gorilla.
Yeah?
That's right, darling. I was the gorilla the whole time.
That dude's voice.
A is for the apple that he gave to me, but I found a worm inside.
That's so
Is this what I've been praying for? I thought we were doing good work, teaching animals to spell and count.
That was like one.
Oh god, just the way like his character design was, like he looked really big and menacing in his
And then when he
jacket.
took off his coat, it was just like, oh, he's a tiny little man.
He's just a scrawny dude.
Thanks for the apple that he gave to me, but I found a worm inside. Like that, no good. I can't even remember. What was the dude's name?
I'm not sure. Jimmy something?
Maybe. Whatever.
That wasn't the important part of it.
This is like a surprisingly on-model Thunderburger.
Yeah. So yeah, you think they will probably put out a DVD or Blu-ray of it?
I would hope they'd put out a Blu-ray, but even if it's just a DVD, I imagine they would.
Even if there's like no special features, I would probably go ahead and buy it again because it's only like $7 or something on Amazon. Which isn't horrible.
Like, I'm just a collector. I have to have it. If it comes out on home video VHS, I'll buy it.
Dude, I would totally buy that on VHS. I refuse to watch the show during daylight hours.
Oh yeah, I did too. I only watched it at night. It just felt like it felt wrong if you were to watch it in like bright daytime.
Right.
I actually just remembered I was going to talk to you about this point last time we were Skyping, but then the internet went out and we just had to stop.
Right.
I thought it would be really cool if they like downgraded Over the Garden Wall to like if they like put it on VHS, like maybe like, degraded the sound quality a bit and like just made it look like a super old thing. Like I just think that'd be really rad.
Like, I'd be curious, like, if they did a home video release to turn my settings on my TV to black and white.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. I mean, I said it to you. Like the best comparison I can make about it is it kind of seems like this weird VHS that you like find like collecting dust at your grandma's house or something. Like
Right.
there's these weird, spooky little stories that are still kid friendly. All right, I'm gonna try to color this Thunderburker. Shit, I need my reference again. Oh, hey, Wirt. Wirt.
Hey, you found another cat. Oh, I think that cat's too old for too old cat.
Thunderburker was like incredibly pale.
I think I'm missing something here. Like I could do a little more. That helps to zoom out on it. So, you know, as it turns out, I don't like the those little black lines I gave it, or little white lines, I should say.
Oh.
There we go. I don't know.
Alright, let's go for some green. Wow, we've almost been going for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I figure if we go a little over, I think that's fine.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty interesting. The last 2 times we streamed, we stopped it at like an hour on the dot.
Yeah, that was pretty close.
Yeah. I was like, how the fuck did we do that? Because I certainly wasn't paying attention.
Just knew it was right.
You must do what you feel is right, of course.
Let's see.
This looks like a fucking like leprechaun's outfit. Hey, ho, ho,
Oh, was it green?
Lucky Charms. Yeah, it was like a really drab-looking green. I probably made it too saturated, actually. I can always fix it.
I always fix it in post.
Like my granddad always said, fix it in post.
Right. No need to steal other people's jokes.
It actually isn't a bad color scheme.
I hope they reprint that Over the Garden Wall comics. I would like to read it now that they are doing like another miniseries.
Oh yeah, yeah. The comic looks pretty interesting. I mostly just like that whenever there's a comic based on a TV series or whatever, it's just fun seeing it be slightly off model.
Well, it's drawn by one of the storyboarders.
Yeah, but like even like I'm saying more like the line work looks a lot more traditional because it's not all. Well, actually, how much of Over the Garden Wall was like digitally animated? Because definitely looked like there were parts. Okay, because it definitely looked like there were parts that could have been hand drawn.
Yeah, but I mean they were trying to mimic that too.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. What do I know?
I would say 0% of it was done traditionally.
Oh, I know one part I want to talk about. The Highwayman.
I'm the Highwayman.
Okay, good to know. So anyways, we're looking for
I'm the
Highwayman. I just love that he interrupts them even louder.
I think my favorite song from that episode was the Toymaker song.
Oh yeah, God, I can't.
Just that,
I don't even know.
Voice, I can't do it.
Just the way he said it, or the way he sang the whole thing was just very old timey.
Yeah. I almost felt like I was a kid in a barber shop, and like they had like the little kid corner where there was VHS tapes, so you just watch like really old cartoons because they weren't going to go buy new cartoons. Is that just a thing I have? Is that a thing only I've done?
But
Like when you were a kid, you went to a barber shop. Did they ever have like a little kiddie corner where you
no,
would just they'd have like a little crappy TV and a VCR and you just watch cartoons?
nope,
Oh, I did.
sure didn't have
That's
that.
kind of the vibe I got from the show. That it or like the nostalgia it brought back for me. Where it's like that's kind of, or especially the Greg episode.
Oh, yeah,
Like that was the type of cartoons I've seen on it. Kind of like really weird animation
yeah.
while people are getting their hair cut. I think that's okay.
Let me switch my screen back, see what you got going on.
You have two screens. Why are you not able to just watch it?
Well, because I'm using my other monitor to have like the stream and like my reference images and everything, and I'm just using my Cintiq for the drawing.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's really cool. Of course, every time I
Yeah.
talk, it goes away. But
I feel like there's something more I could do with it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to accomplish that tonight.
I like your comparison that it's like scratchboard. Like that is cool. Like, what if you did a drawing where basically you just filled the entire canvas black and then just erased it?
Yeah. Well, I kind of like this. I just built up a little bit of a drawing in it
Mm-hmm.
and then worked around it.
That would
Like
be
you're
really cool.
like you're playing in clay.
You could almost design a T-shirt looking like that. Just
Yeah.
a black T-shirt that's just the white.
Yeah, just build graphic design. I don't know how I feel about all those little scratches I added to it. See how many I can eliminate before it stops me. Oh, all of them actually. Yay!
Yay!
Well, I wonder, what if I did a new layer, made it a color layer, but only used it to do a very dark gray, and I did like some of the, what's the name of those trees in it that he has to collect for it?
Ah, shit, I don't remember.
The tree. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that will actually show up.
Wow, that's spooky.
Spooky, scary. I found a picture of the brief second you see the beast when the lantern shines on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really creepy.
Huh, I've never
Like
seen
his
that.
like his body's all covered in the tree stuff, and there's vines growing out of the eye holes, and it kind of looks like tears.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to look this up on Gravity Falls Wikia.
Gravity Falls. Right.
Wait, did I say Gravity Falls? No, it messes me up when you made that video where it was like over the Gravity Falls when you were like showing off your sketchbook.
So it's my fault.
Oh wow, that is creepy, man.
Yeah, you only see it for like a second. Like it's hard to tell in the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's like under the trivia section. It's like General, the beast sings in an operatic way.
La la la, la la la, chop the wood to light the fire.
Yeah, that was freaky. Show yourself, beast!
I cannot fight the souls of children.
I didn't know!
Yeah, so good.
Wow, this art is like I'm just looking at fan art now. It's like this shit's gonna fuck me up.
That's so weird that like spooky stuff like that really gets to you because like I get the thrill of it. I love it.
Oh god. It's like when I was rewatching everything last night, like the only really terrifying episode to me is the ringing of the bell at the very end where Lorna gets all fucked up. Just
Yeah.
because it's such frightening imagery that just came out of nowhere. Like I
Well, like
like when I was watching it the first time, I like jumped and like had to pause it and like like get myself together. But then last night, just because I knew it was coming, I was like, okay, here it goes. Oh man, that's freaky. But like, it didn't mess with
yeah.
me as much as it used to. But God, I remember the first time I saw it, it was just like, oh God.
I think the first time I saw it, I rewinded it,
Yeah,
and
I say
watched
that
it
too.
again. Like, okay, so the ant is totally a reference to or an homage to Spirited Away. Is the thing
Okay,
Lorna? I'm
you
sorry.
got that vibe too. Wait, is that like a? Is that confirmed that that's a reference or?
It totally has to be.
Okay, because I got that same feeling too. Just that design for a witch, which
Yeah.
she doesn't really have magical powers aside from the bell, right? So is she really?
Well, no, just like in design and kind of that theme of like, oh, there's her sister.
Yeah, that too. Like all of that gave me that vibe too.
But was the creature Lorna turned into supposed to be a reference to another Ghibli anime or anything
Not,
in general?
not that I know of. Colin could probably tell us.
Yeah. I don't think I like what I'm doing here. I don't like
I'm
any
gonna
of that
try,
other stuff I added.
I'm gonna try drawing a Greg.
Talk. I just burped.
Uh, I always thought it was funny that for the most part, Greg's eyes were always they kind of looked like donuts. It's like just a circle within another circle, like practically dead in the center.
Yeah. You have beautiful eyes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, Greg was such good comic relief. Like so much of it was very like, okay, here's a little kid like being silly, but goddamn, did he have some great one-liners and just all of his little idiosyncrasies, like the that
Can't
cat's
be
too old, or
camouflaged.
like
Ah, beans. Where's that frog of mine?
where's that froggo mine? I was gonna tweet that the other night, I just forgot.
Here, you draw Greg. I'll draw Greg. I'll draw Greg's.
Two Gregs, not one, not two. Yeah, two
Not
Gregs.
one, not two. Wait a second, two.
Not one, not three, not four, not five, two Gregs. You have beautiful eyes. That is funny that Greg did show fear in some moments, but even then, it wasn't like.
He was still so innocent and silly.
Yeah, he didn't express it in a normal way. You have beautiful eyes. What the fuck did Greg's hair look like? All right, reference time.
It's just like spiky down the bottom.
It was so funny seeing him like all cleaned up when he was at the hospital. It's like, oh, that's what his hair would probably look like if like his parents made him comb it.
Right. Ba-doop-doo, ba-ba-doo.
This is made for great television.
Great television. Grape
Like,
flavored ice cream. Yeah, that sounds gross, actually.
sometimes I think about when we decided to do this show. It's like, was it really a good idea? It's really hard for me to concentrate on talking while I'm drawing.
You're doing better.
Like, I never thought that would be an issue I'd have, but it's like I don't typically talk to people while I'm drawing, so.
Oh, God. Yeah, before you add too many details, Greg really does just look like a ball sack.
Yeah, that it's like it's unavoidable.
I'm the leader now?
Oh god, that was so sad. It's like Wirt is practically giving up on him and telling him go on his own, and Greg just doesn't get it.
Yeah. And then Greg actually sacrifices himself
Yeah.
for his bro. Oh no, these things are growing inside of him. No, I was just eating leaves.
God, that is so like normally that kind of stuff really pisses me off where like it's such a serious moment and then they have to ruin it with comic relief. But god damn, do I let Over the Garden Wall pass?
Well, I think it's because like then Beatrice just has this that oh Greg type look.
Yeah.
Like, she can't even be mad at him.
Beatrice was such a good character. She starts off, I mean, like I said, like being very mean. Like she likes Greg, but very mean to Wirt. And then just over time, she just comes around. It's like, God, that's such fun character development. And it's not like it's even anything new that we haven't seen in stories before. But
I'd argue she didn't like Greg. She just kind of put up with.
Tolerated.
She just really didn't like Wirt.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting how like she was basically scamming them from the very start. It was like, "Hey kid, get me out of these bushes, and I'll do you a favor." And like, but
good turn.
Yeah, it's like, wow, a wish? No, not magical, just a favor.
I think for my wish.
Again, not magical. Here, eat some dirt.
Eat your dirt, dear.
Eat your dirt. Greg's very happy about something.
Stepping on a rock. It's a rock fact.
That's a rock fact.
I still remember that one pal I have on Twitter, Butlet, and they wrote after I was watching Over the Garden Wall. They write, "It's a rock fact," and like the reference completely went over my head because they only say it like the first and last episode or something.
Yeah, that is funny because you replied to them, but because I saw that interaction, I was like, I don't think Shawn got it because you replied with something totally different.
Yeah, like Dwayne the Rock facts.
Yeah,
I was like, well, they're very eccentric. Nope, I'm just an idiot.
Nope, I just forgot everything.
Oh shit. You know, I'm gonna change Greg's mouth.
Change his mouth. My Cintiq screen is very wobbly ever since I put it on this arm.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering like how stable those things are.
I mean, it's stable. It's just if I'm ever like erasing something really fast or whatever, it just wiggles a lot. I tried tightening it before we started the stream, but I guess it didn't do much good.
Gotta step up your game.
Pat needs to step up his game, and that's a rock fact. Oh my god, here we go, audience. Get ready to watch me draw this half circle like a million times. Is that good? That's good enough. Huh, this kind of looks like an Anthony Clark drawing.
Kinda, yeah.
It's like, boop, boop, boop. There.
I like my Greg. He seems very happy.
Wow. His mouth is huge.
Wow.
Wow.
Let's get a noodle on this a little more.
Mark, wow.
I'm trying to figure out, because, like, I draw Wirt, his hair differently. Like, I have it a little more puffier. So I think if I'm going to do my own take on Greg, like, just subtle differences. I think, I don't know, I kind of like putting the teapot, like, more to the side.
As opposed to, like, always in profile?
Well, instead of no, I mean like tilting more to the side instead of like going straight up.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
It,
I remember you saying like you were kind of disappointed in the reveal episode that they like explained like what the teapot was about and like
um,
what their costumes were, but then you like they did it well
dis
enough that you like it.
disappointed in the sense that it's just one of those things. I always like it when shows leave it go unexplained, but they not disappointed because they actually did it well
Yeah.
as opposed to other shows. Oh, I give them big glassy eyes.
Remember those cops? It was like, hey kids, don't jaywalk. You're under arrest. Ah, I'm just kidding. Happy Halloween.
Anyway,
It kind of reminds me of Bender. Ah, I'm just kidding.
yeah. Such a nice little show they did, and that it's just a mini series. It's
Yeah.
a one and done type deal.
And it's like the reveal episode is probably the most interesting thing to me. And sometimes I think I kind of wouldn't mind if we had like a sequel to it just to like see their everyday interactions, but that's kind of like not the point of the show. So
Yeah.
I guess I'll just be left to my fanfics.
God, I'm sure it exists.
You know, I've literally like never read a fanfic. Well, I guess
I
that's not true.
have, but
I've never read one like for serious like I'm gonna read this because I want to enjoy it. I've read things to like see how bad they were, or, like
oh yeah,
something like that.
I have a fan fiction writer I go to for stuff. Not a whole lot anymore. I only refer to him as Rondo
Oh yeah.
because I don't feel like he should be his shit should be spread around. I want to keep it just to myself. But he started out well. First, I discovered him by when I was still on DeviantArt. I would hit the random Deviant page every once in a while, and
Uh-huh.
I just stumbled on this picture of this goofy ass kid, and I laughed about it for a while. And I showed my friend it, and we laughed about it for a while. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm being mean here. Let me actually read what he has to say and see if he's actually good. He's not. At the
It's
time,
not.
at the time, it was just really bad dragon stories. But then he got into My Little Pony, and since then, it's been nothing but ponies. But my problem isn't that he was a bad writer. I'll never like if you're not a very good artist or whatever. That's not a reason to make fun of somebody or dislike somebody. Or or even if you're happy with what you did and you have pride in it. No, it's that this guy really felt like he was above everybody else. Like he actually called himself a genius writer at some point. And his shit was terrible. Really bad. And I still look up his stuff. Like me and my pal actually had a pretty good laugh about it because I found a not very flattering OkCupid profile picture of him.
Oh my god.
It's amazing what you can find with Google.
Why are you stalking this kid?
I'm not stalking him. I just look up and see what he's up to, you know, a couple times a year. And I guess, yeah. I just go through his garbage to see if I can't find anything. Why? Just straight up. Why are you stalking him?
It's not illegal if it's just a picture. I just say that was
Yeah.
probably one of your most disturbing vines you ever made.
I was bored that night.
Obviously.
Okay, you won't buy Destiny? You won't play Destiny? I get you Destiny earlier. You can throw an Xbox One.
Or a case of Mountain Dew.
You can throw a Mountain Dew. That's a good deal.
It's a good deal. Nobody knows what we're talking about now unless they're like James or Colin.
Yeah, well, they got the gist of it.
Yeah.
I'm just doing little touch-ups to this. I don't feel like inking anymore tonight.
Yeah, I figure like by the time we finish our Gregs, we'll probably call it Dunzo.
Dunzo the clown.
Honk honk. Wait, that's Skeeter.
Yeah. I don't I don't know what you're... Just a clown noise? Is that what you're going for?
Oh,
Oh, well, I guess to fill up some time, I've been having a hell of a time finding little clicky racers.
yeah, I saw you tweeting about that.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Those
Yeah, I
like
love those things. You're saying they're hard to
yeah.
find?
Well, in my area they seem to be because I used to be able to just go to Walmart, plunk down a couple bucks, and get like a 4-pack or something. But apparently they haven't been carrying them for months, and a lot of other places I went to were just way overcharging for them.
Huh.
Like, there's this pharmacy not far from where I live. I can walk to it. They had them, but they only had like packs of one, and it was like $2.40 for one of them.
That's ridiculous.
I refused to pay that. Meanwhile, at another store, a Mark's, they had a 2-pack for the same price, so that's what I ended up buying. But it's still more than I want to spend for those damn things.
Yeah.
They're so easy to lose. Yeah, clicky erasers.
Yeah, I like those things. It's like they're more precise for.
I have 2 different types. I actually have a thinner one too. It's called Tough Stuff Eraser Stick by Papermate. I know this because it's sitting right next to me.
I know this because
like,
I sleep at night.
I know this because they pay me absorbent amounts of money to pitch their products. They don't, but I would. I'd sell out in a heartbeat, man.
I want money. I don't care.
I want to steal. Like God,
Oh, yeah.
if I just
that was a great one too. What was Fred? His name was Fred the horse. Like,
I think so, yeah.
We didn't steal a horse. Fred can do whatever you want. I want to steal.
What?
Just like, what? Well, unless I color it, I'd say I'm done with my Greg.
Yeah, I think my Greg's pretty good.
That is a good Greg.
Yeah. Felt good to draw today.
Do we have anything else to say about Over the Garden Wall? I mean,
I'm sure I could think of other stuff, but off the top of my head,
I feel like we sufficiently gushed.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, it's just.
It's a nice. It's at times very creepy, at times very heartwarming, also very funny. It's just a good damn time.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
It's a good show, Mario.
It's a stone, Luigi. You didn't make it. It's a football. I chiseled it.
It's a rock fact.
There we go.
Oh.
Shawn, where can they find you on the internet?
I am on Twitter at JetpackBraggin. I'm also on Tumblr at Trunko. I'm also taking commissions. If you want to pay me money, I'll draw you stuff.
Pay him money so he can buy the new manga studio for $15.
Yeah, like just give me a 20 spot, and that should be good.
Cover shipping. You gotta take into account the shipping price.
It's digital. It's digital download.
Well, then you don't have to. Well, just who cares?
Yeah, I could use that to buy some cookies at Subway. Eat fresh.
I want to give a good tip to my Subway sandwich engineer. You can find me on Twitter at
Where can they find you, Patrick?
And you can find me on Tumblr at YaPat. There are links in the description.
Will be.
Yeah, I made that a thing. There's also links to our YouTube channels that don't update often anymore.
Well, that's very sweet of you.
Fair, yeah. I put you first.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Top billing.
Top billing. Well, let's be honest. Who are they watching? Who are they watching the stream for?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, that's our Over the Garden Wall stream.
All right. Hey, is Don on the phone?
Who? What?
Where's those pictures I wanted to see all week? God damn it. Up tempo.
What?
I was doing the KCK. Just end this.
Oh.